And I came up here, and it was kind of like the start of a wave of what I call people indirectly related to UT, because everybody else was all went to UT. Everybody I knew at that time had gone to UT. And a bunch of us started coming up here in the early 70s. They had nothing. They had maybe had a brother that went there, or family, or friends. That's what brought them here. And after about 1974, people just start showing up for no reason whatsoever. It took me a while, but I realized the first thing I noticed, it was mostly what they call progressive country, which was mostly just folk musicians, you know, with cowboy hats. And that was about it, you know. Didn't seem to be too much rock music that I can recall. And but I later found out, I discovered Frida and the Fire Dogs that played country for all the hippies, which I thought was pretty unusual. That was fun. And then Jimmy Vaughn would be playing the blues, you know. So it became really a country blues town, you know, from what we were going to go see. You know, that had all to do with by 72, you know, music had kind of splintered, you know. It used to be just one rock and roll thing, then it kind of splintered into this rock, that rock, you know, this jazz, this kind of jazz. And here we had progressive country. That didn't last too long, but anyway, that's where it was. So you kind of like found your camp, you know, which the music appealed to you, which one you wanted to play. And I sat back and I go, well, now what can I do? You know, what would I want to go do? And I really wasn't interested in any kind of rock music that was going on at the time. I felt like I was too old for that stuff, you know. It was getting a little bit, Zeppelin was getting to be a little too much and all that stuff. And so I noticed there was this sort of like everybody was going back to the 1950s and playing either country or blues. So this is where I can dig this, because I can't get into anything new coming on the charts like it used to be. And as everything was merging, changing, you know, like this kind of stuff like that, I stayed true just to the basics, you know. I wasn't going to go there. Joaquin Carrasco, we had a band called El Molino, and he had all these songs that he had written, and we went to record them, you know, when nobody was recording. Everybody was waiting for a record deal, but we just went to go record it on our own, you know, paid for it and everything. And that was a lot of fun, you know. That was playing, you know, like Tex-Mex. We were playing that, recorded in San Antonio. And then that kind of launched his career, you know. And then after that, I went to go play basically with some of those other folkies, Jimmy Gilmore and Butch Hancock. And then I went to the Sir Douglas Quintet, which was straight ahead rock and roll. And that was great. So I did that until you know, I didn't really start playing again when I moved here in 72. I didn't start playing until like about 75, you know, after I found out that was the only thing I could do very good. So I just started playing back then, you know. But I always realized that music was changing, getting splintered, but I just wanted to stay right where I started when I was like about 10. And I noticed there was a lot of people doing it. A lot of people still liked it. You know, so we were, you know, kind of all disciples of Elvis and Buddy Holly and Little Richard and all that, you know. And to this very day, I haven't veered far off from that, you know. I'm still in that pocket, you might say.